All right, everyone. So it's been a while. I've been really wanting to do a video like this. Today, we're going to be going over the audio multimedia system, the digital gauge cluster on the RAV4, and then we're going to talk about the voice assistant features because there's a lot of people out there that don't know how a lot of this stuff works. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys was this digital gauge cluster screen, because a lot of people do get confused on how this works. You have some arrows on your steering wheel for left and right, up and down. So the first screen is just showing us our basic options that we have here. So it's showing us what our speed is here. And then on the left side, you can scroll down and check out a few things like your total average fuel economy, your EV driving ratio. There's a compass right there. Then we have what station is set up. And then we have trip distance, trip time. And then right here, it's showing us where the battery is. Now you do have to go into the settings to put that on this screen. And I personally did that for my customers. They're coming to pick up this vehicle. Tire pressure, and then showing the all-wheel drive system. And then there's no warning messages, meaning there's nothing going on with the car. It's brand new. Now right here, the settings, if you hold the OK button, you can go into the vehicle settings. So right here, when you hold the OK button down, it'll show you a few things that you can do. You can disable the rear seat reminder, the warning buzzer. Now let's go back. We have your settings right here. So you can change the language. You can change the units on here, how you want it to display, meter type. So there's a few things that you can do on here. And again, I haven't been able to sit in these and really play around with them as much. So again, a lot of this stuff is really new to me. These cars sell so fast that we don't really get as much time to really mess around with this stuff. But it looks like you can adjust your meter type there, which is nice. And then you can take the EV part off of here. You can change your display information if you don't want certain things to show up on the left side, like your audio, drive info. So there's really some cool little customizations that you can do on this screen. Once we go back and you keep navigating through this on the left, just pushing the left arrow, you see how some things on the display are changing. That's just different pages, different setups. Like this is for your navigation. Then you have your driver assist right there. And then this is showing us what the miles per gallon is and a few other things. But really, I just wanted to show you what that digital gauge cluster looked like. We're going to jump into the audio multimedia next. All right, so now that we're inside, we're going to do some stuff here on the audio multimedia display. Now, there's been a lot of people out there that have said things about the physical buttons, right? So that's one thing that a lot of people have complained about. You still have some physical buttons here, like your up and down for your temperature controls, your front defroster, rear defroster, and then you have your temperature controls up and down on this side. And then the rest of them are right here on the touch screen. So if I wanted to put, let's say, my heated seats on. Now keep in mind, this is an XLE Premium that I'm sitting in right now for the RAV4. Heated steering wheels right there. Your auto, so it adjusts the temperature inside. Here's where you want to directly flow the air. And then right here is your fan speed up and down. Then you have your circulate the air within the cabin, sync, and then your heated seat for your passengers on this side. Now, this is where things get interesting because you have voice commands right in the RAV4. So you can use them for a lot of different things. So I'm going to give you guys some examples, right? Let's say I want to turn off or turn on my heated seat on my side. The voice control knows where I'm sitting. So if I have a passenger that activates and wants to put their heated seat on, if they're talking from the right side, it'll know to put that one on. So let's try it. Hey, Toyota, turn on my heated seat.
Setting driver seat heater to high.
So there you go. There's one example right there. Now, I'm going to try and see because a lot of this is trial and error. There's some testing that I want to do. I want to see if it'll actually turn on the heated seat for the passenger if I prompt it the right way. Hey, Toyota, turn on heated seat for the passenger.
Setting passenger
So it does
to
work. Hey, Toyota, turn off my heated seat.
Turning off driver seat heater.
Hey, Toyota, turn on my heated steering wheel. Oh, let's try that again.
Turning on steering wheel heater.
There we go. So that worked. Hey, Toyota, direct airflow to me.
AC is now using outside air.
Oh, okay. So see, it did something different there. Hey Toyota, turn off my heated steering wheel.
Setting steering wheel heater to off.
Hey Toyota, turn on max AC.
Turning the fan all the
See,
way
now
up.
now the fan speed is all the way up. I'm going to move it down just a little bit there. See, I can't remember how to prompt this one because I want it to go to my directly flow to me, but I'll have to mess around with some of those prompts too. Now, this also works with navigation, or if you have the navigation built into it. I'm going to try the music now, actually. So right now we have different stations right here. Let's say I want to play the highway, right, which is a Sirius XM station. I'm going to prompt it to do that. So, hey Toyota, turn on the highway on Sirius XM.
Here's the highway on Sirius XM. From time to time.
So there you go. That worked. The reason why I don't want the volume to be up is because a lot of the times YouTube will flag it for certain things, but I wanted to briefly show you there that it was working. Now you can prompt it to do, again, other things. If you have your phone connected to this, like your CarPlay and Android Auto, then you can prompt it to take you home or take you to certain destinations, stuff like that. But a lot of the voice commands are really nice in the RAV4, and I think a lot of people, they need to learn how to use this, or your salesperson needs to teach you how to use them. So you won't have the issue of having to navigate everything on the touchscreen. Now, right here, when you push this up, there's more things that you can do on this screen right here where you can adjust. Like right here is the de-icer function for the windshield. Then you have your eco, direct airflow to occupied front seats. And what's nice about this is that when you push some of these buttons, it tells you where the air is flowing through. You see right there. Once you go to options, there's the smart airflow. There's the de-icer function. You can customize it as well. But yeah, that's very nice. Now let's go over some other stuff. We don't have the navigation right now. You'd have to connect your phone again. Now, here's the music, right? We have your different music sources. Right now it's showing, if it's highlighted like this in blue, that means that that's what's playing. But when you click on it, here's how you can navigate through different stations that you have. If you have your Bluetooth, Spotify now is integrated, which is nice. So you can connect your Spotify account if you log into it on your phone. And then you have your AM and FM stations right there. And again, you can scroll through here and navigate all the different stations that you want to use. And then phone, I don't have it connected, but you would just click Bluetooth settings and then add device on here. Now, I do want to show you some things on here. So we have vehicle, right? You can do some customizations on this screen, like your lights, headlights, based on what it's like outside. And then there's a couple other settings that you can do right here. You also have your seat settings, right? Or the rear seat reminder. If you don't want that, you can disable it. Right here, you have your door lock behaviors. Like here it says enable power back door. You can disable that too. And your opening height, which is for the power lift gate, you can adjust how high it adjusts the tailgate there, which is nice. Your locking behaviors, like right here, if you shift out of park, then it will auto lock when doors open. And then you can have certain timers. Auto lock all doors when you shift to park. It'll auto lock all the doors. Smart door unlock when the driver door opens. You have key behaviors right here. And then I actually adjusted the lock sound volume because it was put very low. A lot of people don't know that because a lot of Toyotas are very quiet when you're locking and unlocking. And now Toyota let you actually do, oh, 1 second, the Toyota activation is starting. Toyota let you adjust the volume so when you're outside, you can actually hear the car, which is nice. Again, here's your Bluetooth and devices, and then you have your drive performance. So this is really cool because you have the destination prediction. These new cars now, if you read what it says here, I'll read it for you. You can boost the fuel efficiency on commute days. The vehicle will optimize battery usage during long stops, saving fuel. So you can select your typical commute days below to start saving effortlessly. So you can pick your days of your commute, and it'll kind of know your destinations, which is pretty cool. I haven't really tested that out too much. You have all your different driving assistant features here. So like your safety features, a lot of the times, most dealerships don't activate this, but I love proactive driving assist, so I have it in my car. And what's really nice about proactive driving assist, it provides gentle braking and or steering for operations like distance control and smooth turning. So I really like having that activated. But all these cars now, they'll give you all of the RAV4s before this, they didn't have everything on this screen where it would tell you exactly what these features did. But now it's all right there on the screen, which is nice. And again, there's other things like, you know, parking assist. A lot of this stuff is activated right now. But yeah, you see how they're all on. So these are all the safety features. You can pretty much navigate them right through the system here. Now you have the drive recorder too, so you can continuously record loops. You just have to activate it. But again, this is a customer's car, so I don't really want to do much with it. So no longer, you don't have a dash cam anymore. Now you just have the system here that does it. There's your Wi-Fi and hotspot. If you activate it through Toyota, you do have to pay for that feature. And then all your different sound and media, display and camera. You can adjust some things, the brightness, contrast, and then just some general settings that you can use right here. Oh, look at this. So you actually have different voice commands right here. Let me see what, oh, look at that. So these are all your different voice commands that you can use. Look at that, that's nice. Find gas station, take me home, how far is Atlanta, Georgia? That's pretty interesting, actually. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning things as I go too in these cars. Media. You can ask all these questions here. Hopefully you guys can see these as I'm scrolling through them. Vehicle settings. Oh, let's go to climate settings. See, lower the temperature, set the temperature to 72. I'm a little cold. You can even tell it that you're a little cold and it will adjust the temperature. Now another thing that you do have is, here, I'm going to remove this widget. You have widgets that you can set up. See how this screen is set up right here? Then you can scroll over. You can customize this screen with whatever you want right here. So you can go to, here, let's customize here. So see how it says weather? You can move some of these wherever you want on the screen, and then it'll pop up on the main screen. So let's say I don't want to have my Bluetooth there. I'm just going to move the weather there instead. I'm going to move this here and move the phone there. So now I saved it. See, and now the weather's in the middle, which is nice. You also have helpful tips right there on your screen. You can always go to your tips. We'll exit that. Right here is some notifications. Then up top in the right corner, you have some quick settings that you can use too. So if you wanted to adjust your brightness, and then you wanted to call roadside assist, and if your phone's connected, this would have your name on it and stuff. But it'll even tell you up here, if let's say your phone's on the wireless charger, it'll show you that your phone is charging up there. And then again, just a couple other things that you can do on this screen. Again, guys, these cars nowadays, a lot of people, they just need to learn how to use them. The RAV4 is actually really nice. It's very responsive, this screen, and I absolutely love them personally. Now guys, there's a lot more stuff that I could have gone over in the vehicle. I've done a button tutorial on the RAV4s. You guys can watch that video as well. It'll be linked above. But I go over all the buttons down here. I go over all the steering wheel buttons, all the buttons on the side of the windows, in the back, and everything else. But you guys should watch that video if you want more of a button tutorial and key fob tutorial. This was mainly just to show you guys the digital gauge cluster, the audio multimedia screen, and then some of the voice commands, because a lot of people were confused about that. If you're a big Toyota fan, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video.